Hello from my front porch. Today I am talking to you about something I think is really exciting. Now I know this may sound a little self-serving, and I apologize for that, but it's just really cool. So I just got to share it. So I'm sorry, but you may recall a couple months back I showed you this, the July issue of TD Magazine. Okay, this is the publication put out by the Association for Talent Development. These are the folks that are publishing my book. It's about structure on the job training. And in fact, the article that's in here, that was on page 20, I believe. Let's see here. Hold on. The pages are slick, so I gotta keep doing the whole. A little too much that time. But see here, 2-page spread right here. Taming the Whirlwind. See, Taming the Whirlwind. Let's see, where's the name thing? There it is. Taming the Whirlwind by Paul Smith. See? See, so you see, that was my 2-page article that I had back in July issue of TD Magazine. It was about structure on the job training. Specifically, it was about the program that we created at Waldinger. That the main gist of the article is that it wasn't just so much a matter of having to create new stuff. It was the fact that all this activity was going on, and we just needed to make it structured. We needed to build a program around it to harness what we were already doing and make it sensible, make it a process. And so that's the main gist of what that article was about. And I was very proud to have that article published in TD Magazine. That was a big deal. But now we are in September 2017, and I got to show you this. The September issue of 2017. You see this cover story here, this nice picture here with these people in this cover story? Guess who wrote the cover story article? Well, I don't know. Let's look inside the magazine and find out. Here we have the big blow up. See, here's the whole table of contents over there. But see this big blow up here? September 26th. What does that say there? Does that say Paul Smith? Could it be? Yes, indeed it is. I was so amazed. I was so thrilled. I had no idea when I was writing the article for this issue of TD Magazine that it was going to wind up being the cover story. I had no clue that was going to happen. I was absolutely blown away. I was also blown away that when you go to this particular one, let's see here, go to page 30. I know because it just said page 30 for Paul Smith's article. When I go to page 30, it's not just a 2-page spread. It's not just a 4-page spread. A little too much that time. It is a 6-page spread. A 6-page spread in TD Magazine. And it's the cover story. And I literally was blown away. Again, I'm not sharing this because I'm like, hey, look at me. I'm sharing this because this was so cool. I just got to share it. And if that wasn't enough, in every issue of TD Magazine, the editor of the magazine always writes a little introductory article at the beginning. And so, like, here's the editor's introductory article this time. What's it say? It says a smorgasbord of topics, and this particular little letter from the editor, it says right away up front, there is something for everyone in this month's issue of TD Magazine. All talent development professionals, all talent development professionals can get behind the cover story that was written by me. All talent development professionals can get behind the cover story, which examines how to build a structured on-the-job training program that can provide high-quality experience-based learning in a compressed amount of time. As author Paul Smith writes, as me, the editor of the magazine is quoting me. As author Paul Smith writes, the problem with many on-the-job training programs often is not a lack of development efforts, it is that such efforts are disconnected and siloed to the extent there may be little, if any, overlap or connectedness among them, even when the same individual employee is the beneficiary. That is really good stuff. That's genius right there. And I did say that. So I was absolutely amazed. I got my hard copy in the mail here just the other day, and I thought, you know, I gotta show that, because it's on the website. If you go out to td.org and look up TD Magazine, you can actually read this article, because since it's the cover story, you don't have to have a subscription to the magazine to read it. See, in the July issue, the one that I did here, because it was an article inside, it wasn't the cover story, you actually had to have a subscription to read this article. But this one you don't. If you want to go out and read this article, go out there and check it out and take a look at it. Now, this one is about structure on the job training as well. It's not about what Waldinger did. They wouldn't let me talk about my own company again. So I had to downplay that, and there's another entity out on the East Coast that I was able to make use of for the examples in here, an entity that's also then featured in my book that I'm writing for ATD. The same people do the magazine. So anyway, that was a big deal. I was really excited about that. Now, also along the same line, you know that we purchased this company, Waldinger purchased this company called Woolen. Oh, hold on, my mouth's a little dry. I need a something to sip on. Fortunately, I have my San Pellegrino soda right there. It's the blood orange, which is really great. Ah, it's so good too. I swear, I'm gonna figure out a way for these San Pellegrino folks to get something to help sponsor in some way here, because I push them so much. Anyway. But Waldinger bought this company, Woolen, and we've been going through the transition period. Now, as with any time one company acquires another company, there's always there's always concern. There's always angst amongst the existing employees of the company that was purchased. Am I going to lose my job? Is my job going to radically change? Am I going to enjoy working for the other company? Lots of questions. And so there's obviously those same kind of questions going on now with what's going on here with the transition of bringing Woolen into Waldinger. Well, it turns out I had a conversation with one of the gentlemen who is one of the leaders on the Woolen side and will continue to be a leader within now the broader Waldinger organization. But I had a conversation with him about the structured on-the-job training that we've implemented for training our individuals that want to become project managers. And he was very intrigued by it, and he sees it as a means of being able to offer a development program to some individuals who may have some qualms or some questions about, well, what kind of future do I have with Waldinger now that we've merged in, that this might be something that helps alleviate those kind of concerns, because they'd be able to see an entire program mapped out for them, and they could see a trajectory, a career pathing, if you will. It's not really a career path in the sense it doesn't take you through different positions, but it lets you know what it is that you need to hone your skills in so you can pursue a specific position. And so that's could be very beneficial, and I thought that's really awesome, because I've already shared with you that I've talked about companies. I talked to companies who are using structure on the job training as a means of addressing diversity of their workforce issues. They're using it as a means of creating more standardization, more uniformity when they have diverse offices spread out in different places doing their own different things, and trying to be able to bring some consistency to what they do. There's a company using structure on the job training to be the foundation of an outreach to high school kids that don't want to necessarily go to college but want to pursue gainful employment. They're using it as a means of bringing them in, and so all of these different ways that structure on the job training is being used beyond just the obvious way that it has impact. And now here within my own company, we may be seeing it as another means, a means of retaining employees who are concerned or have questions about what their status is because of an acquisition or a merger. That's a big deal. And so as these things happen, I just continue to, it just delights me even more, because it's like, this is all so cool. Okay, yes, I am weird that I think that's cool, but deal with it. These are my shows, and I think it's cool. Anyway, make sure you go to td.org, www.td.org, look up the current issue of TD Magazine, and you can read that cover story, direct instruction, and let me know what you think about it. That'd be fantastic. So, all right, well, I'm going to get back to my San Pellegrino. I'll see you next time from my front porch.